Welcome everybody to another TK's Live. I know it's been about a week or so, but there's a reason for that. So thank you for joining me today this afternoon as people start to pile in. Today is Techno Friday. I was going to make it Techno Thursday, but I had a lot of things going on. I still do. I'll tell you guys all about it. So I won't be that available moving forward for the next several weeks. I think there's going to be something that's going to be taking up my time, so I'll explain that as well. But how's everybody doing here in my little corner of paradise, here at the corner of my balcony? Another beautiful day here in Florida, which means that we're probably going to get a huge rainstorm if it hasn't rained in a couple days. And it really hasn't rained during the day in a couple days down here, and it's been super, super hot. So I'm sure we're going to get some kind of a huge thunderstorm moving forward. So hopefully it doesn't happen this weekend as people enjoy themselves outside. But I've been pretty busy the last few days. I've had a bad hand dealt to me regarding some medical issues for other people, for family members. So I have to actually be very responsible to make sure that I talk to the top people in the country about this. I have to do things where it's going to take up a lot of my time, a lot of my energy to get these medical issues taken care of. It's the kind of thing where you're dealt a hand where it's kind of like you have a 16 and the dealer's showing a 10 and you don't know what to do. And you have to hit. You have to hit. So I'm hitting, and I'm hitting hard, and that's what we're going to do moving forward. So I won't be that available. And you guys just have to understand, when you're doing IRL, your mind has to be clear. Okay, it can't be all filled up with a lot of responsibilities or things that are bothering you, because it shows out on the screen as well. And I like to have fun. So whether if you're having if you're in a happy mood, or if your mind is pretty much empty, and we know a lot of people have a lot of emptiness in their minds when they're doing IRL, but if your mind is empty, it's clear, you can do IRL with no issues whatsoever, and you can attack anything that comes to you, even deal with trolls, of course, and have a good time at it. But if your time's taken up all day long with doing other things that are very, very highly sensitive and important, time sensitive, then you can't really do IRL and show out your true self. You're faking it. So I wanted to tell everybody that I'm not going to be that available. Now, if I do have some time available in between these long pauses, then I will definitely stream, and it'll be with a good conscience that I'm doing it, and I'm going to be in a good mood. So I promise you that. I'm not going to be faking in any way, shape, or form. But there's a lot of things that have come down upon me right now in the last week or so that I have to take care of, and it may involve some traveling, but it's definitely going to involve a lot of my time and a lot of my energy. And I simply can't do, with a fair conscience, I can't do IRL at the same exact time and do it every other day, let's say. Okay, so if I have a chance to in the future, I will definitely do that. But, it's something where it requires my attention. I have to make sure that I do the best job that I possibly can for my family member, and then we'll see what happens as we go into the fall as well. Now, I may have free time in 2 days. I don't know. It is the weekend, but so far, as a matter of fact, I'm waiting for a call this afternoon. So if I get a call from a hospital, whatever the case may be, I'll have to shut down the stream. I don't want to have to do that with you. So I want to have fun. I want to do a little bit of a recap of the entire last week as well, and tell you about a few announcements too. All right, so a lot of Nightbots are showing up right now. We don't really care about the Nightbots too much, guys, all right? So we've already democratized TTSs in media, right? We've already made them down to the lowest they could possibly be. They're only $1, guys, so you can play any song that you want as long as you behave. Be no problem at all, and that way you can take some of the burden off from me. But today it's Techno Friday, so that was the wonderful Charlotte de Witte. Charlotte de Witte, if you don't know, is a Belgian DJ. She's one of the best in the world, and I got into her several months back, and I've been watching all of her videos. She's got a huge following. She's just amazing. When do we get the elephant dance impersonation? You know what? I might throw that in once in a while. I might throw that in, but I have to be in some kind of mood, and I have to be a little bit drunk to do that. But you get plenty of that on a daily basis, don't you? If you watch the other stream. So this has happened to me as well last year. In the middle of last year, when I first started streaming on the other stream, you saw that I wasn't available every single opportunity, like every single day to stream. There, I was missing for a week or 10 days, and then I'd come back and then missing. That was because I was traveling back and forth for medical issues, for another family member. So I did what I could with the time that I had. But I'm going to be very, very busy moving forward, and I just wanted everybody to know that. We can do a little bit of housekeeping. Let's talk about what's happened in the past week. You know, I'm a big boxing fan, of course. So being a boxing fan, congratulations to Manny Pacquiao. You know, the guy was able to pull off a draw at the age of 46. He would have been the second oldest, I think, to win a title. I thought that the oldest would have been maybe... let's see, George Foreman maybe, but I'm wrong. I mean, George Foreman, I think, was only 42 years old when he won the title. So Manny Pacquiao could have even won that if it had gone his way and the judges didn't rob him from what they're saying. But congratulations to Manny Pacquiao going backward. And I want to show a few photos regarding what else has happened this week. Let's see. Let's go to one photo that's iconic, right? How about that one right there? Hulk Hogan, one of my icons growing up. Hulk Hogan tearing up his shirt. Everybody remembers Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. He went way too soon. You guys remember him promoting Donald Trump at the convention last year? He was in unbelievable shape. He had an unbelievable speech, and then cardiac arrest. And he just drops dead. It's terrible. Terrible news to hear that Hulk Hogan passed as well. So let's show you another one. Very iconic scene right here. Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. WrestleMania. I think it was WrestleMania 3, if I'm not mistaken. WrestleMania 3. I was just like a teenager. I couldn't wait for this moment. We were playing video games all the time about wrestling. We paid for pay-per-view to watch this, I remember, and it did not disappoint. It was amazing. I think it was WrestleMania 3. Looks like Robert Tannenbaum. So that was iconic right there. Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant. You can't get much better than that in terms of wrestling. I mean, all these wrestlers are pretty much dropping dead. How you can make your own WrestleMania up in heaven right now. The good ones are gone. Roddy Piper's gone. Let's see, who else is gone? Bam Bam Bigelow's gone. Andre, of course, is gone. Who else is gone? There's so many that are gone, and probably because of the effects of steroids. You know, there's a lot of drugs. Macho Man Randy Savage is gone. So many people are gone, and it's just a shame. But they were icons when I was growing up. Hey, Lucille, how are you? I missed you too. I missed you all, of course. I missed you all. I didn't forget you. I have been chiming in when I had a chance late at night on other streams, so I'm enjoying them at the same time. But medical issues are the priority, and I've got to be Johnny on the spot for these things. So I can't really stream or plan a stream or anything like that and have a clear mind because I have a lot on my plate right now. But I'll deal with it, just like I've done before. And I'll do my best in order to free up my time so that I can still do some streams. I may have to travel. I may have to travel across the country once again just to be able to work with the finest minds in the medical world. So we'll see what happens with that. There's a lot of pressure on me to perform, and I'm gonna get it done. So this is something that I need to do. Priorities take over. IRL takes a back seat. But I love doing this, and I gotta tell you, this is a stress reliever to do IRL. So I might just do it just to relieve some stress and play some songs and have some fun, which is what I love to do anyway. Welcome to everybody that's showing up right now. It's Techno Friday. Play anything that you want techno-wise. I'm gonna play another song in the closing as well. But yeah, I've been watching the streams this week, and it's been pretty drama-filled, to say the least. Yes, and it's not my health. I'm taking care of a family member, and I'm making sure that they get the best possible care there is on the planet. And to do that, you know, hospital politics. You know, you got to chase. Today I was making about 20 to 25 phone calls, making sure that I covered every single base, you know, that I checked off every single box, crossed every T, dotted every I, and I do it day in and day out. I just put on the pressure, and I never stop. I'm not a quitter. So that's not how I operate. I get things done. But in order to do that, you got to make sure that you get the right people to go along with you on these journeys, right? So that you can get everything done. And it's a time-sensitive issue as well, which is why I won't be able to stream so much. I'm actually waiting for a phone call as we speak. So if I do get a phone call and I shut it off, don't hold it against me. All right, let's take a look at another picture, right? And this one also from this week. I can't believe all these people are dropping like flies, huh? How about this one here? Manny Pacquiao in action. Look at that, Manny Pacquiao. Look at the guy, he still looks like he's 25 years old. Can you believe that? Congratulations to Manny. All right, let's turn that off. And look at this. How about this guy right here? Everybody's showing Ozzy Osbourne right now, more recent photos, but this is one from his crazy days. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. You're the reason why we've had a lot of copyright claims in the past, but today feel free to play any Ozzy song that you want. It's worth it for me to deal with the copyright claim, just because we can hear Ozzy, not one last time, but one of the greats, and in order to honor him, let's play that Ozzy song if you guys want to. But I played Ozzy in the past, I got copyright claim, I got blocked globally. So Ozzy was a no-no, but today, free reign. Free reign. The floodgates are open for Ozzy. Same with you and Bill. Yeah. So this is something that's been ongoing. I'm pretty much on a first name basis with a lot of heads of hospitals. We're talking about heads of hospitals in order to get things done. So they know who I am for sure, and they understand that I don't stop. So I put the pressure on when things need to be done. So that's where we are. The thing I hate being an organized person is uncertainty. So this particular week has been a moment of uncertainty, and I hate that. So as soon as I get a game plan going, I'll be able to understand when I can stream again and when I can stream without any guilt at all that I'm neglecting anybody else. And that way, I'll be able to do a stream with a happy mood and be empty up here, be clear-headed, and be able to have a good time with you guys. All right, so if that makes any sense at all, that's the reason why I pretty much did this stream, to do a little bit of an update as well. Go Marlins. So I'm wearing this hat. This hat is all torn up and ratty. And the reason for that is because I've owned this hat for about 30 years. I think over 30 years. So it's been with me for a very, very long time. And I keep on washing it, the thing that never dies. So I love this Boston hat. It's one of the originals. It's actually small for my head at this point. I probably was a lot younger, maybe even more than 30 years. But I wore it for that particular reason today, to show you guys that I pretty much hold on to everything I can. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, a little bit of a recap. You guys know I love watching other IRL streamers, and I've been doing that over the last week and a half. The interesting streamers, I told you about some of the wacky ones that we're finding. They're streaming from their bedrooms, or they're playing like board games with people and they get a million views, and people who get steady 500 viewers per day just gunning fish, crazy things like that. Well, I found two that were pretty weird. One was a preacher. This preacher was also a barber, I think, and he has tattoos that make him look like a clown, and people just gravitated to his stream. And it doesn't matter if he's streaming from his house, from his car, or nothing. This guy just preaches from the Bible, and the way that he looks just keeps people just gravitating towards him, and he keeps them at the edge of their seats. I don't know why, but I want to show you so you can see for yourself. Okay, look at this guy. Take a look at this guy right here. Does he look like a preacher to you? Take a look at this guy. Unbelievable, right? Are those real tattoos? Is that face paint? I don't know, but he claims he's a preacher barber. Have you guys seen this person? I couldn't surf away from him watching this guy. So he's very interesting, right? Very interesting. Yeah, he looks like a clown, huh? Unbelievable. How about another one here? Scrolling through late at night, you search for the interesting ones, right? It's not just, you have continuation streams. Some people just stream, they might not hear from them in weeks, and then they play the guitar again or whatever it is. They don't have a steady stream. They don't have a steady audience. They just stream, and they have hundreds of people watching them with what they do. This guy caught my eye, and I call him Morbid Elvis. Morbid Elvis, okay? Check this guy out. Look at this guy right here. Thinks he's Elvis, plays Elvis songs, sings Elvis songs. They goof on this guy in chat like you would not believe. They troll him like crazy. He does not care at all. He keeps on playing his songs. And they're all terrible. They're all terrible. But he has the kind of a look, and he's like this chubby, you know, like he's bigger than Elvis was ever. Morbid Elvis right there. So here you are, TK's advertising the Preacher Barber and Morbid Elvis. I don't even know what his real name is. I call him Morbid Elvis. But anyway, those are the two people that I wanted to highlight this week in terms of other IRL streamers. And it's always a good idea to go out there, surf guys, check out the other streamers, check out what kind of wacky things they're doing live streaming. It's not just, you know, playing songs, saying stupid things, commenting on current events, and just dancing around and bothering people in restaurants, okay? It's not that. You think you'd like them? Yeah. Well, now you can go and find them. Now you can go and find them. All right, so that's that. I also wanted to introduce to you, and this is if this person actually shows up today, but I'm going to have an admin moving forward too. The other day, I was, fumbling in my pocket trying to get my other phone out so that I can play songs for you. I know that people had requests for birthday songs. I could find them pretty easily. I can launch them pretty easily so that I can play them for you. But I had a person that actually stepped up and is willing to do it for me. I don't know if they're available right this moment, but pretty soon you might start seeing this person, and they can help me out with playing songs. They can help me out with requests, all types of things. And they're probably going to be my first wrench in chat. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. If you have a wrench, the trolls will follow, right? So I already thought of that, guys. So we're going to have a 2-strike rule. One is you get timed out if you get out of control, and the other one is you're banned completely. And I'll give this admin person full control to do that, okay? They won't need me. So the only reason why I would get involved is to bring this person back if they deserve it. But otherwise, I'll give this person full reign to do anything that they want, because trolls do show up eventually. But it's not like if you wrench it, they will come. No, it's not going to be like that. So we're going to have this person as an admin, and they're also going to be my very first wrench in chat. So they'll have all the power that I have, as well as playing songs too. But you guys have all the power. I gave you the power to play songs too. So we democratized that. We've launched the stream in Twitch, as well as Kick, as well as YouTube. So it's 3 different platforms right now we're live streaming to. So we're experimenting with that. All this in 1 week's time, and democratized all of the TTSs and all of the media, which means that basically you guys are doing it for almost free. If it were free, they wouldn't allow me to do it. So I had to bring it down to the bare minimum. I think with Streamlabs, I was able to make it $1 as well. But I don't have it on right now just because I have some other overlays in there. Of course, you saw the photos too. So going in from Prism Live, we're able to stream to 3 different platforms. You're going to be able to play songs whenever you want when I'm on live. That's going to help me out too. That's going to allow me to keep on babbling or do what I need to do and not have to reach into my pocket and all of that. And everything else still stands. And we're going to have a wonderful admin that's going to be helping us out as well, playing songs and doing requests as well, and being able to be there when I'm just walking around and I'm not able to just fumble around in my back pocket and try to get my phone out. So does that sound cool, guys? So that's yet another thing for you to enjoy these streams a little bit more. And of course, you know, I love these travel streams. It's just that right now this came up upon me. I already had plans to go to the western side of Florida as well, western Florida, on that side and on that coast. And I wasn't able to do it because this came in the way. But priorities are first, okay? As soon as I get a game plan going, I'll have everything more organized. I'll know how my days are going to look, and then we'll be able to stream as well. But I just wanted to do this as well. So it doesn't look like they're here right now. They may show up a little bit later. They might be busy. But let's play a song, why don't we? And yeah, I have been noticing the drama has been going up in a notch this week as well. I've got nothing to say about that, all right? I have 0 comments. I'm going to commit 0 of my time to it, less than a millisecond. Yeah, I'm not even going to dignify it with a response. If you want a response, I have a few choice things to say. Let's see. And this is basically how I feel about that. Let's play the song.
Adventures sent $2 get back.
Hands up! Hands up! Here's another one, and another one. Why you all in my ear talking a whole bunch of shit that I ain't trying to hear? Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. I ain't playing around, make one false move, I take you down. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. So come on, don't get swung on. It's the knick-knack, paddywhack, still riding Cadillacs. Family off the street, made my homies put the baggies back. Still stacking black, still action-packed. And dope, I keep it flipping like acrobats. That's why I pack a Mac, that'll crack a back. Cause on my waist is more heat than the Shack Attack. But I ain't speaking about bowling, just thinking about crawling till y'all start falling. We all in together now, birds of a feather now. Just for the plane, so we changing the weather now. So put your brakes on, caps, put your cakes on, and knock off your block, get dropped and have your face flown down. Cause I ain't got nothing to lose and I'm having a bad day. Don't make me take it out on you. You won't work with me. I'ma tell you one time, don't fuck with me. Get down. Cause I ain't got nothing to lose and I'm having a bad day. Don't make me take it out on you. Man, cause I don't wanna do that. I wanna have a good time and enjoy my jack. Sit back and watch the women get drunk as hell so I can wake up in the morning with a story to tell. I know it's been a little while since I've been out the house, but now I'm here, you wanna stand around running your mouth? I can't hear nothing you saying or spitting, so what's up? Don't you see we in the club, man? Shut the fuck up. Why you all in my ear talking a whole bunch of shit that I ain't trying to hear? Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. I ain't playing around, make one false move, I take you down. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. We in the red light district. 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 The red light district. The red light district.
Wow, yeah. I love that song from Tropic Thunder. Tom Cruise was actually the guy dancing in that one. So that was awesome. So how do you like the backdrop today? You got Flagler House right behind me. You've got the breakers right behind me. I'm right here on the Intercoastal Waterway. Another beautiful day in paradise, my little corner of paradise. But there's a little bit of trouble in Big Paradise right now, but we'll handle it. We'll handle it. What red light district? Here? There's no red light district here. There's Broadway Street. That's kind of iffy. Even during the day, there's prostitutes hanging around. I've been to a lot. I've walked through a lot of red light districts all over the world. I've seen them. Is that Mar-a-Lago? Mar-a-Lago. Okay, this is like opposite because of the way that it's showing on the camera. But right now, I'm pointing south. Okay, I'm not pointing north. I'm pointing south. And about a mile down the road this way, you have another bridge on Southern Boulevard. That goes to Mar-a-Lago. This bridge that's near me goes to Royal Palm Way. And then there's one right behind me called Royal Poinciana, I believe it is. So the Breakers and Flagler House are directly across from me. And they actually, like Flagler House actually had a train that goes directly to the house, but that was torn down. And Mar-a-Lago is about a mile down and across the bridge, just so that you know. We went to Mar-a-Lago. I actually walked the entire way. I do those walks. I do those long walks to Southern Boulevard and back. It's about a good 8-mile walk going over there. Playing on a yacht? Yeah. That song is pretty cool. G5, baby, G5. And I know it's a little bit early, everybody's starting to get their Friday going and all that stuff, but this is the opportunity that I have, and if I get a call, I gotta shut it down really quickly, which I hate. If you remember in the past, every time I streamed on the other show, we would start at 4 or 6 or whatever the case might have been. I would have been done for the day with everything I had to do. So my mind was completely empty, and all I wanted to do was have fun at that point. There was nothing bothering me. If there was something bothering me, unfinished business or anything like that, I probably wouldn't have streamed. Okay? So I did a lot there because I was having fun. And I don't want to stream for you guys unless I'm having fun. So you can show. You'll be able to see it in my face if I'm hiding something. So I want to be completely clear so that we can all have fun together and I can answer questions and we can go places and talk to people. And I won't have that, reserved kind of demeanor. I don't want that. What else is going on? What else? So Ozzy Osbourne. Rest in peace. Hulk Hogan, rest in peace. Manny Pacquiao, congratulations. All that stuff. I hope no other famous people drop this weekend. Oh my God, it's been way too much. What about Trump? What about Trump and the federal government? Look at this. I'm getting calls, but this one's a spam call, thank God. All right, so Trump and the Fed. The Fed's doing this huge construction project. Over $3 billion is what Trump says. I think they're including a building that was built 5 years ago, but he did it for just drama effect. So he's trying to create a case where he can fire the federal chairman just because he didn't decrease interest rates. If you decrease interest rates, what's going to happen is you're going to get inflation again, and you're going to get the country back into a corner again with rampant inflation. People are not going to be able to afford anything, and then you can have stock market crashes. So it's good for for a short period of time, but if you keep the interest rates low forever, the economy is going to definitely overheat, and there are going to be serious problems. So the Fed pretty much knows that. I don't know if Trump realizes that. Every president, right? They're willing to do what it takes to make people happy in the short term, and then when their terms are over, it doesn't matter what they said. It doesn't matter. All of the fallout happens after they're gone. So the Fed, their responsibility is to make sure that the actions they do today don't affect everyone in the long term, regardless of who's president, if that makes sense to people. You can feel that I'm feeling off? Yeah, there you go, Taurus. You knew. But I'm still having fun with you guys. It's like a stress relief, because I've been on the phones, I've been on the horn, as they say, for at least the last 48 hours. So any drama that's been happening, I've been hearing. It kind of disappointed me, but I really couldn't put any thought into it at all, I have another song for that too. Oh my God. Then I'll recite something that I was forced to actually memorize as a kid. So you guys heard it all. I don't have to repeat it, but these are all songs that have to do with what you've been hearing this week. And I know you all know.
Adventure sent $2 the law one.
I need
Yeah, it's Frank on. Hey, Ozzy.
Ozzy RIP sent $2.
That's right.
Times have changed, the times are strange. Here I come, but I ain't the same. Mama, I'm coming home. Times gone by, it seems to be you could have been a better friend to me. Mama, I'm coming home. You took me in and you drove me out, yeah, you had me hypnotized, yeah. Lost and found and turned around by the fire in your eyes. You made me cry, you told me lies, but I can't stand to say goodbye. Mama, I'm coming home. I could be right, I could be wrong. It hurts so bad, it's been so long. Mama, I'm coming home. Selfish love, yeah, we're both alone. Right before the fall, yeah. But I'm gonna take this heart of stone. I just got to have it all. I've seen your face 100
Thank you very much for that song. You see how that works now? The socialization of the TTSs and the songs now? You guys are taking advantage of it. That's great. That's great. I'm happy to see that. That way, I don't have to try so hard. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a mama's boy. You do end up being a good husband, I think. You guys already know that my mom had passed away from cancer. I did that charity benefit. I was stating it over and over and over again. And we actually were able to raise a lot of money for lymphoma and leukemia that day. So I was happy. I think, if I remember correctly, I think it was a little over $100, $130. Every bit helps. And then I added a little of my own. I think we made it to $150. I'm not sure. But it doesn't matter that the size. It mattered that we tried, we got the word out, and I'm sure other people saw the website because I posted all of that, and they maybe donated on their own if they weren't comfortable donating through the stream. You didn't have a dad, Taurus? Yeah, so I'm very familiar with this medical stuff. I had to deal with it for 5 full years with my mom, so this is very familiar to me, and that's a good thing because you have names on your Rolodex that you can use if you need them. But I'm a one-man show, as you know. I'm an only child, so I have to do everything myself. So that's the difficult part, and that's why I can't just check out. You know, you have these large families. One sibling takes care of something, another sibling takes care of something else. I have to do everything. So I have to be able to compartmentalize things and focus on one thing, then focus on another. I can't have everything swimming around in my head and then do IRL as well. So I have to be strong. I have to be not have a cold or anything. I have to be able to get through what needs to be done without being injured, all that stuff. So I have to be in my peak form to be able to perform. Your dad cut you off in 2010. You were there in the end, so for 12 years apart. Wow. That's very nice of you that you were there in the end. At least you got closure. Very nice of you, Lucille. And I know you're coming, Lucille, to town. So I hope that I'm in town when you do come. That way we can meet each other and see each other and have some fun as well. So I'll try to make as much time as I possibly can. And it'll be allotted for this purpose only. And it'll also probably be a good stress reliever for me too. I hate hospitals, guys. I hate them with a passion. All my cousins are doctors, right? I decided to be an engineer for that reason. I hate freaking hospitals, yet they keep on dragging me back into them, guys. So I'm gonna do the best I can to ignore all the hospital smells, all the hospital politics, the hospital food, So I hate that stuff. No worries if I can't. You've been there just a few years ago. Yeah. So it's just difficult. It's difficult to manage everything.
Ozzy RIP sent $2.
Wow, Taurus. Amazing. All right, so I'm going to pause this right now. I just want to take this call real quick. Give me a second. All right, guys. Sorry about that, but that was a lot of minutia that I had to deal with hospitals. So I'm on the phone, with hospitals and things like that. So I was expecting a call. I'm expecting calls all day long. So this is very, very serious stuff, and it's very time sensitive. So I'm going to have to deal with that even into tonight too. So it's just something that I have to do, and we're going to get it done. That's all. Simple as that. But thank you very much for that donation. That's another great song. So regarding what had happened this week, earlier this week, we do know of a certain streamer who kind of started acting up, started saying some really hurtful things to people that have become my friends as well, in our little streaming community as well. So instead of attacking them back, which I'm more than capable of doing, I am going to recite to you a little bit of Shakespeare. Maybe it'll wake up this person to look at themselves in the mirror and maybe reflect on what they've said and maybe learn from it. How about that? So, a little bit of Shakespeare. People are familiar with this verse from Shakespeare. I was forced to memorize it. I don't know why these things get retained in my head. I should have forgotten it a long time ago. But here we go. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps at its petty pace from day to day to the last syllables of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle. Life is but a walking shadow, a poor player who struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing, absolutely nothing. And that is what I feel about the ramblings of this person this week. That's all that I have to say about that. I don't think there's anything more to be said. I think Shakespeare said it perfectly. Okay? So hopefully you guys can take that to bed, reassure yourselves, and maybe it can be a moment of reflection for those people that have acted up this week. A poor player. A little bit of Shakespeare for you. A little bit of techno, a little bit of Shakespeare for everybody. So yeah, I wasn't kidding about the hospital calls. I told you I had calls coming in. I was glad I didn't have to stop the stream in full, but I still have to do one more little administrative thing. It just never ends, but you gotta be right on it. You gotta be right on it, guys, because otherwise you lose opportunities, especially when there's time-sensitive things that need to happen. And I need the best people on the planet, not in the U.S., in the planet on this. Because when you're talking about family members, and those of you who have already dealt with this, your family member is not just a number. It's a number to them. But to you, it's a person with a name. And they mean something to you. You have to communicate to hospitals that this is not just a number. This is a person that you care about. So I'm going to make sure that that gets done. I've had to correct so many doctors in the past. Guys, you do not know how many mistakes are made. Even if the doctors don't make mistakes, the people underneath them do. And they make several mistakes. And they could be life-threatening mistakes. So be on alert when you're taking care of people that need medical, some kind of medical treatment, whatever it is. Especially for the serious stuff. But I'm happy that everybody was able to join. So we're coming up on, I guess, close to an hour, and that's pretty much what I wanted the stream to be today. I'm not going to be going out and taking a walk. It's way too hot anyway. We would have overheating issues, and I know there are other phones that are better at this than mine. iPhone just tends to be terrible at this. Your dad refused his care in the end? Oh, okay, so that is a possibility with a lot of people. They just they choose to not get more care just because, you know, they're either in too much pain or they're just fed up, they're tired, okay? And it is a balancing act, right? It depends on how old they are as well. The quality of life plays a role into it, but never let the doctors decide. Always you decide what is going to happen, you know? The family should always decide whether hospice is the good idea. You know, President Carter went to hospice. I think he spent over 2 years there. Usually people spend, what, the last 2 weeks of their lives, the last month of their life in hospice, which is a fantastic place where they can finally rest. But, you know, President Carter chose to go very, very early on. So he had quite a long life because of it. Of course, he was a former president, but still he chose to go a lot earlier. Sometimes both. Yeah, that's right. A little bit of both, Whatever makes sense, So right now, we're in the uncertainty phase. Soon, I'll have a game plan. Then I'm going to be in full fight mode. where I never stop until the job is done. And then after that, hopefully things will get a lot quieter, and then we'll be able to do more streaming. I just can't wait till we do another cruise, or we go to the west coast of Florida, or we go to a completely different spot that I'm going to surprise you with. So I can't wait with that. You know Asia's on the list, guys. Let's play one more song as we close out. I just wanted to do this stream for all of you so that you're all up to date, and then we can enjoy the rest of our weekend together. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Mwah. Let's play this song. Let's close out with a little bit more of Charlotte DeWitt. All right? She's awesome. She's already married, damn it.
Ozzy Adventures sent $5,000 Age of Love closeout.
Come on, dance with me.